ever pondered the relevance of ancient wisdom in our modern fast-paced lives? As we navigate through this era of technology, artificial intelligence, and digital revolution, it's easy to overlook the profound wisdom that has been passed down through the ages. Yet there's a certain timeless truth to these ancient philosophies that continues to resonate even today. One such branch of ancient wisdom is the Hermetic philosophy. This philosophy, originating from the sands of ancient Egypt and the intellectual hubs of ancient Greece, has seeped deep into the roots of our consciousness, shaping the way we perceive the world around us. It's a philosophy that encourages us to view the universe as a whole, interconnected entity, rather than a disjointed collection of elements. Hermetic philosophy isn't about ancient rituals or archaic languages. It's about understanding the fundamental laws that govern our universe. It's about recognizing the patterns that exist in nature, in society, and within ourselves. And it's about leveraging this understanding to live more harmoniously, more purposefully, and more fully. In an age where we are constantly bombarded with information, where our attention is perpetually divided, and where our lives are increasingly compartmentalized, the holistic perspective offered by Hermetic philosophy is more relevant than ever. It provides us with a lens to view our world in its entirety, to see the interconnectedness of all things, and to recognize the underlying patterns that guide our existence. Hermetic philosophy isn't merely an intellectual exercise. It's a practical tool that can help us navigate the complexities of our modern world. It can provide us with a sense of purpose, a sense of unity, and a sense of understanding that transcends the superficiality of our daily lives. As we delve deeper into the teachings of Hermetic philosophy in the coming scenes, you might find that it offers more than just historical wisdom. Instead, it provides practical insights that can be applied in our daily lives. As we delve deeper, you might find that Hermetic philosophy offers more than just historical wisdom, but instead, practical insights for our daily lives. To truly grasp the essence of Hermetic philosophy, it is crucial to understand its 7 fundamental principles. First, we delve into the principle of mentalism. This principle tells us that the universe itself is mental, created in the mind of the all. It's like a grand thought, implying that reality is more subjective than we often acknowledge. Next up is the principle of correspondence. It's the idea that as above, so below. This suggests that patterns repeat across different scales of existence, from the microscopic to the macroscopic and everything in between. Then, we have the principle of vibration. This principle posits that everything in the universe is in a state of constant motion, even if it appears to be still. It's a reminder that change is the only constant, and stagnation is an illusion. The fourth principle is polarity. It says that everything has its opposites, but these opposites are merely different expressions of the same thing. Think of it as the two ends of a spectrum, like hot and cold, or love and hate. Moving on, we have the principle of rhythm. It speaks to the cyclical nature of the universe. Just as the tide ebbs and flows, so too do all aspects of life, from the rise and fall of civilizations to the rhythm of our own breaths. The sixth principle is that of cause and effect. It suggests that nothing happens by chance, that every action has a reaction. It's the idea that we are not mere spectators in life, but active participants shaping our own realities. Finally, the principle of gender. This principle reveals that everything contains both masculine and feminine elements, regardless of its physical form. It encourages balance, reminding us that both aspects are necessary for creation and growth. These principles, though ancient, still hold profound implications for how we perceive and interact with our world. But how do these esoteric principles translate into our everyday lives? Well, let's dive in and see. Starting with the principle of mentalism, which states that all is mind, the universe is mental. This can be related to the power of positive thinking and manifestation. Consider the morning routine. You wake up and the first thoughts that cross your mind set the tone for the entire day. If you start your day with positive affirmations, you're essentially programming your mind to attract positivity. On the contrary, if your morning thoughts are filled with negativity, you're likely to attract similar energy throughout the day. Thus, by applying the principle of mentalism, we can effectively control our realities by regulating our thoughts and emotions. Moving on to the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. This principle suggests that our personal reality is a reflection of our inner state. Picture this. You're having a bad day. Everything seems to be going wrong. According to this principle, it's not the world against you, but rather your internal state reflecting externally. By acknowledging this, we can take responsibility for our circumstances and make conscious efforts to change our internal state, thus changing our external reality. Next, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This principle can be seen in our interactions with others. Ever walked into a room and felt the tension without a word being spoken? That's the principle of vibration in action. We're constantly radiating and receiving vibrational energy. By being mindful of our own energy, we can influence our environments and relationships in a positive way. The principle of polarity, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites, is another enlightening guide. Understanding this principle can help us navigate the ups and downs of life. Remember, every hardship has an ease, every loss has a gain. By acknowledging this, we can find balance and peace even in turbulent times. The principle of rhythm, everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, all things rise and fall, is a reminder of the cyclical nature of life. Just as day follows night, seasons change and tides ebb and flow, so do our lives. This understanding can help us embrace change, knowing that it's a natural part of life. The principle of cause and effect, every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause, can help us understand the consequences of our actions better. This principle encourages us to think before we act, reminding us that every action, word, and thought has a ripple effect. Finally, the principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles, encourages us to find balance within ourselves. By honoring both our masculine and feminine energies, we can achieve harmony and wholeness. Indeed, Hermetic philosophy may not only enrich our understanding of the universe, but also guide our daily decisions and actions. You might wonder, why should I care about Hermetic philosophy? Well, let's dive into the practicality of this ancient wisdom. Hermetic philosophy isn't just about learning, it's about applying. It's about understanding the cosmos and, in turn, understanding ourselves. This philosophy encourages mindfulness, a concept gaining popularity today. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, aware of our thoughts and feelings without distraction or judgment. It's about being in tune with the rhythm of life, the ebb and flow of the universe. The Hermetic principle of correspondence, for example, tells us, as above, so below, as below, so above. This means that the patterns we see around us in the world are also within us. Understanding this principle can help us be more mindful of our thoughts and actions. Realizing that our inner state of being has a direct correspondence with our external reality can help us make more conscious decisions. Hermetic philosophy also promotes a sense of responsibility for our actions and reactions. The principle of cause and effect reminds us that every action has an effect, and every effect has a cause. This principle encourages us to take responsibility for our actions, knowing that they will have consequences. It's not about blame or guilt, but understanding that we are the architects of our own lives. Lastly, Hermetic philosophy fosters a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The principle of unity states that everything is connected. Everything interacts with everything else. This principle encourages empathy and compassion as we realize that our actions affect not just us, but the world around us. So while Hermetic philosophy may seem abstract and esoteric, its principles are incredibly relevant to our everyday lives. They encourage mindfulness, responsibility, and compassion. They remind us that we are connected to the cosmos and to each other. Far from being a dusty relic of the past, Hermetic philosophy can be a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement in the modern era. In conclusion, Hermetic philosophy extends beyond a mere historical curiosity. It serves as a timeless reservoir of wisdom, offering practical guidance for navigating the complexities of our modern world. We've explored its 7 principles, each illuminating a different facet of existence, from the mental nature of the universe to the principle of correspondence, rhythm, cause and effect, and so forth. These principles aren't mere abstractions confined to dusty tomes. They're applicable to our everyday lives, helping us to cultivate inner balance, foster better relationships, and navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. They remind us that we're not passive observers, but active participants in the cosmic dance of life. By understanding and applying these principles, we open ourselves up to a richer, more fulfilling life experience. We become more attuned to the subtle rhythms of the universe and our place within it. So the next time you find yourself in a conundrum, remember, the wisdom of the ancients might just be the guide you need.